Hello, everyone. My name is SeaNanners, and things are about to get sexual up in here. But I'm gonna try my best to keep everything pretty low key, because I don't want this whole conversation to be too feisty. I don't want this whole discussion to be about sexual conquest or anything that I'm sure you probably clicked on this video and were like, yes, we're going to Sex Town. But unfortunately, we're not. I'm here to talk about something that I had read online that I thought was kind of important because I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably younger. I mean, I'm assuming that the majority of the audience is probably under the age of maybe, let's say, 18. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm assuming that that's probably the case. And most of you are guys, and I figured it'd probably be relevant if I talked about this thing. I saw an article on Gizmodo, and I'm not sure if you guys, maybe some of you have seen it, but basically, the whole gist of the article is that there is a university in Florida that is creating some game that's supposed to teach, I'm assuming it's adolescent girls, how to deal with the notion of abstinence. And I personally feel this is, I'm sure you probably, listening to me talk about this, you're like, wait, what? We're gonna make a video game to teach girls not to have sex? Like, is this a joke? Like, I know it sounds like it's some sort of like Onion article slash video, but oh no, it is not a joke, and it is costing, get this, it's costing the taxpayers a $500,000 to develop this game. And there's a video that accompanies the article on Gizmodo, and the game looks similar to, that Dire Straits, the song, I think it's Money for Nothing. It's the money for nothing, and the chicks for free, you know how that goes. But the game itself looks awful, and it was funny, like the news reporter strapped on, it's supposed to be like motion control, so you're supposed to put on like this like sweater with like the little motion tracking beads, and you're supposed to like interact in the game, and it kind of looks like Gary's mod, like the woman was like acting normally, and then like it pans over to the screen, and like the woman you're supposed to be, the young girl you're supposed to be, her arm is like all contorted like The Exorcist, like blah. And not only is this going to elicit confusion, because obviously it's like, whoa, I just turned into the Antichrist. How many girls are going to look at this as a plausible way to learn about sexuality? It's like, oh hey, you want to know about sex? Okay, strap on this hat and this jacket, and you're gonna learn about sex. I mean, like, how absolutely ridiculous does that sound? How about raise your goddamn kids? I mean, like, seriously, that'll probably be the first achievement you unlock in the game, because I think the woman was talking about points you could earn in the game. How about do your job and be a good parent? And I totally understand that a lot of the responsibility tends to fall upon education. They say, hey, I'm not comfortable teaching my son or daughter about sex, so you do it. And I think that's just so awful. I mean, I personally, I guess abstinence is kind of a heated topic. I'm not, most of the time it becomes sort of a religious debate. I personally do not believe in abstinence. I feel that human sexuality is something that shouldn't be pushed aside and hidden and tried to ignore. Like, I don't feel like it's right to just be like, well, I know you're feeling these things, but what you want to do is you want to bottle them down. You just want to contain them. Just don't let it go. Like, that's so just irresponsible to think that you can just forget human nature. And it bothers me to think, and of course I'm not endorsing that young men and women should have sex. I mean, obviously, if you're 12, maybe you shouldn't be having sex. I think that sex is definitely, you have to be responsible enough to deal with both sex itself and the consequences. And STDs and pregnancy, they're big deals. They're things that are definitely big issues. And I think that not giving young men and women the facts about how to correctly deal with these choices and putting on the back of a video game is negligent in my eyes. I feel that is so awful that it's like, you know what, we would talk to you about this stuff, but nah, we got a robot to do it. I mean, that's just so callous. I mean, it's just, I think that sex is very important. I'm sure a lot of you guys are kind of dealing with a lot of these issues, and you want answers. And I want to give you my 2 cents about sex really quick. And please, by all means, don't take anything I say as fact. It's just my opinion. It's my experience. I'm just trying to help out. So please do understand that I'm not here to try to deceive or manipulate or confuse you in any way. I'm trying to help out, and I'm trying to say that, look, I understand what it's like to be young. I understand all the issues that are involved with kind of growing up, and these things have to happen eventually for everyone. And the advice I'd like to provide you guys with is a few things I think you guys should pay attention to. And the first issue is make sure that you're in a committed relationship. So make sure you're comfortable with somebody. Make sure you trust somebody. Make sure that if anything, God forbid, does go wrong, you have somebody to be there and support, and make sure that everything is handled correctly. Don't just sleep with random people. Don't feel the pressure to have sex. Don't do anything that in your gut feels wrong. Don't just do something because your friends say, you need to do this. Ideally, the best thing to do is just follow your conscience, man. I mean, like, if you feel something's right or you feel something's wrong, pay attention to that inner voice because it's telling you something. And do not listen to your friends if they give you bad advice. And you know bad advice when you hear it. And the second issue when it comes to sex, I think is probably the most important issue, is protection. Whether that be the pill or condoms, whatever it may be, make sure that both you and your partner are protected. Because having a child when you're a teenager is a very bad idea. I remember the first time I had sex with my girlfriend, she was on the pill, I had a condom, and I know it's a bit overkill, but we were definitely not messing around. Being teenage parents, we both were not interested, and it was a smart thing to do. It was to say, hey, look, if we're going to be having sex, we need to be protected, and that's what happened. And I think that that would be my advice. I'd say commit a relationship, be responsible, protect yourself, and just make good decisions. And that is pretty much it. If you guys want to give your 2 cents about abstinence and sexuality and sex, by all means, share your thoughts and feelings about it. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. And if you have any additional questions, whether it be this topic or another topic, shoot me a message, let me know. And other than that, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, I will see you guys later.